Hi everyone, my name is Nina Goradia. I've been asked to make a video about perfectionism, so I'm happy to do that. With perfectionism, it's often associated with shame. So when we have some shame or trauma from the past that we were not able to process, it gets stored in the body, and whether we're aware of it or not, it's guiding our actions. So there's this famous quote, "That which remains unexpressed runs the show," and I don't remember who said it, but this is very likely what's going on with perfectionism. So there's this shame that we're probably not even aware of. It's this vague, uneasy feeling because we're not feeling from that deepest place. And we try to, never feel it. So we have all these ego compensatory mechanisms to be successful and to never mess up and to never admit vulnerability or to just constantly achieve, but then that's never enough. And so with perfectionism, which I see as kind of a denying of one's own humanity, denying oneself the right to make mistakes and just be a regular person like everybody else, the way that we deal with this is by getting still and trying to find and identify the shame in the body where it's stored. Whether that's thinking of the things that happened when we were young and trying to find it that way, or simply by noticing when that shame kind of pops up in our present day life, when there's a little window where we're not achieving and, where we might have messed up a little bit and, oh, there it is. And then you take that opportunity and then you find it and you try not to cover it up, try not to distract, try not to compensate, and just give into it. Just feel it through. So when we're doing this, we're kind of letting the ego constructs kind of fall. We're letting this collapse happen because there was this construction that happened, that these thoughts and these ego identities, they help us not feel. So we're just letting the demolition happen, let it collapse, we feel it through. And then we're not going to really feel that level of incentive to attempt to be perfect, attempt to be something that's impossible to do. And plus, what does perfect even mean? It's an arbitrary word. There's no objective definition of that word. So it's an ideology, and everyone will have their own unique concept of what that means, and it'll always be changing. So be aware of that. Chasing perfection is setting ourselves up for never having peace. It's setting ourselves up for always being dissatisfied, because it's ego building. So we're building these constructs, right? And so as we build, we're actually getting further away from living on the ground floor of existence, which is with what is, which is being with our experience. I'll link a video up here for that. And so when we're there, simply in the present moment, we're not building and we're not going to experience the pain of collapse. And when we're healing, we want to experience the pain of collapse. Hopefully it's not going to be like a constant building and collapsing. We just let it collapse. We feel through, and then we're living on the ground floor of existence as much as we can, because it's peaceful for us. We get to benefit from this. It feels wonderful to live on the ground. You can't be set up for a fall when you do that. And so this ego building, it's a trap. This trying to win all the time is a trap. Let yourself lose and experience freedom. This pain of collapse is well worth it to experience the freedom of getting to be yourself. You don't have to be this entity that always does these things that are considered perfect. You get to just be you, and you get to be free because of that, and you get to have peace because of that. So please feel free to share any of your thoughts about this topic, and I'll see you next time.